Hello everyone and welcome to this extended track guide on the Temple of Speed, Monza. This track is easy to learn, it has only a couple of braking zones, but really hard to master and extract every bit of time out of it. Every corner and exit counts towards getting a great lap time. Today we will not only be talking about general braking points and track limits, but also about pit entry and exit, do's and don'ts, and overtaking opportunities. This hot lap is driven with the stock setup, so you can also use this guide for the fixed LMU GT3 series. The ABS, brake balance and TC settings are here on the screen. These settings are quite extreme and essential to getting good lap time, but if they are too difficult you can use these ones or turn it up even higher. It's also important to turn TC and slip angle up a bit during a long race, because otherwise these settings can destroy tires very quick. We are driving the BMW today. This car has insanely good top speed and is super easy on the big curves. Some cars like the Ferrari are hard to drive around this track, as it doesn't like the big curves as much. Hopefully this guide will help with mastering this track. Approaching turn 1 after the track's longest straight, absolute precision is critical. Do not overshoot your braking point. Missing it by as little as 5 meters means you won't scrub off enough speed for the slowest part of the track. Brake just after the 150 meter board. When coming up to the corner, trail brake towards the orange curb. And don't be scared to use it. Give just a little bit of gas after the orange curb and coast or brake super lightly towards turn 2. Don't be afraid to use the orange curb a little bit to help set up the car for a fast exit. If your car becomes too unstable doing that, just go around it. In this corner it is really important to use the curbs to your advantage. But watch out for track limits. The white line is the track limit in this chicane. The exit is really important here and pretty difficult to get the power down. Be patient with the throttle and really try to get a feel for it when you can go full throttle without a rear braking boost. Do not touch the sand on exit, as this will severely impact your exit speed. Curva Grande is easy flat and try to keep it as short as possible. Do not follow the rubbered line. Turn 4 and 5 is another slow chicane. Brake hard just after the little side road along the orange barrier. In the BMW I don't go down to first gear, so the car is more stable. Here it's again important that you aim for the orange sausage curb. After you've passed the first sausage curb, go a little bit on the throttle and try to immediately set the car up for the second sausage curb. The weight of the car should be already to the left before hitting the second curb, so try to steer to the right already before hitting the curb. This way it's easier for the car to mount the curbs. For this corner it is really important that you aren't scared to attack the curbs. When you manage the weight transfer correctly, these curbs shouldn't be a problem. Go full throttle after the second curb and use all of the curb right up to the sand. Watch out that you don't go into the sand, as this will slow down the car massively. For Lesmo 1, watch for the orange barrier and brake just before it. For this corner you can carry a lot of speed in. Don't try to hit the apex too early to maximize exit speed. You can use the little side road and orange barrier on the right as a reference point for applying the throttle again. On exit you need to use all of the curb on the outside, but don't go over the race bit, as this will ruin your exit and trigger track limits. An advanced tip is that it's really fast to neutral steer to this corner. That means that you should do the steering with throttle input instead of steering input. As you can see by my steering input on exit, the steering wheel is towards the middle. Don't grip the steering wheel too tight for this corner and let the car and TC do the job. The car should be able to pull you through the corner smoothly when done correctly. You are essentially sliding a tiny bit through the corner. This technique will help massively on this track. For Lesmo 2, brake at the 50 meter board. You can again carry a lot more speed than you think in this corner. Like turn 6, you should aim for a good exit on this corner. Do not hit the green curb on the inside. This will not help your lap times and will unsettle the car. Apply the throttle at the apex and run the car all the way on the curb. Avoid going over the race bit again on this curb, as this will invalidate the lap time and slow you down. Track limit is the second white line, not the first. It's again highly suggested that you neutral steer through this corner. For Ascari, you want to brake alongside the side road, where the orange barrier is. Brake hard and aim for the inside curb. It's super important to mount this curb to set the car up for the rest of Ascari. Don't go over the white line as this will trigger track limits. After this, Ascari should be full throttle in most cars. Steer the car to the right just along the curb. Watch out that you don't go too far to the left, otherwise you will have a bad angle for a good exit. You can use a little bit of curbing to set the car up for the exit of Ascari, but too much will unsettle the car. Aim for the sausage curb on the inside and don't be afraid to attack this one. Keep the weight transfer in mind and most cars can handle this curb easily. Use all the track on the outside again, but watch out for track limits and going too wide on the sand. For Parabolica, you need to watch for the 100 meter board and the electronic flag board, and brake in between them. Brake hard and trail brake towards the corner. Your apex reference point is around the Monza board. You need to be really patient in the middle part of this corner. You can add a little brake or throttle input to get the car where you want to, but there's a long neutral period in this corner. You can use the side road on the right as a reference point on when to get on the throttle again. You can let the car run towards the outside, but it's not necessary to go all the way to the green part. After this, you can get the car back towards the inside to minimize the distance. Try to really get a feel for the rhythm of this corner, but maximize the exit speed for the big main straight. In this corner you can try to neutral steer on exit, so you can go on throttle earlier and maximize rotation. On the main straight you should avoid going outside of the white line as this will invalidate your lap. On the main straight, take a big sip of your water and this time was on 150.692. When you are just starting out in sim racing, you should aim for a 157. Someone who does lower tier daily or league racing should aim for around 154. Someone who does higher tier daily or league racing should aim for around 150.5. And the absolute aliens drive around 149.5. For pit entry, come towards the pit entry road and brake in the middle of this dotted line. Enable your pit limiter and you should hit 60 just before the pit board. Watch out with coming from the outside of Parabolica over to the inside when someone is following closely, as this can lead to some confusion. For pit exit, watch out that no one is coming from behind and follow along the white line. Don't go over the white line as this will trigger track limits. With warm tires, you can brake when the white line ends and brake towards the outside to have a better corner entry for the first corner. Cold tires, you should really take this corner easy and focus on mounting the curves, not overshooting the chicane. This whole track is super great for racing, as you have long straights and slow chicanes. This is great for overtaking. Turn 1 is the most popular corner for overtaking, because you come down fast on the main straight and have a really slow chicane after. But watch out that you don't brake too deep. It's also a really tight turn and there's not much room, so keep that in mind. Turn 4 and 5 are also good for overtaking. When you have a good exit out of the first chicane, you can send it up the inside on the second chicane. Again, keep in mind that there is not too much room for two cars. Ascari is also decent for overtaking, but only if you have a good run and you are confident that you can outbrake your opponent. Parabolica is also okay for overtaking, but I would suggest to be more patient and wait for the main straight. This corner can be clunky to overtake in, as most people brake towards the corner. Well, this was this week's track guide on Monza. Full lap will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching, don't forget to subscribe and I will see you guys in the next one.